And you thinking in your mind, because he know your thoughts. You thinking in your mind, well, that's not important. And he sends Satan on you. What you gonna do then when he come for you? Because you're not gonna come unless you do something wrong. Go to Ephesians. We're gonna look at Ephesians, the 4th chapter. See, the Most High is righteous. Understand this. The Most High is all righteous. He's not evil. But when you, or we as a people, think evil, speak evil, act evil, then you draw evil to you. You've done something wrong that's contrary to his commandments. Therefore, you draw evil to you in a real way. Like Job. You know, most people don't know why the Most High asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? Why would he get Job when he said he was a perfect man, upright man that eschewed evil? Why would he do that to Job? Most don't know. Because Job thought he was righteous. It's not marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. The Most High don't like that. So what am I going to come back and show us of 1,000 years of knowing of the Most High, teaching us, if we are already righteous? You already think you got it together. Holier than thou. You really think so? You think you really know the Most High? If I hand you the Bible, say all I want to see is the Most High. You can show him to me. And it's gonna take 1,000 years to learn of him? Oh man, that's what I say how humbling that is. To know that we know in part and prophesy in part. I don't care who it is. We only know in part and prophesy in part. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's why as much as we can have in learning of him, we should have before Mashiach come back. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold, cold, cold. Ephesians 4. And let's look at verse 19. Who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, inordinate sex acts, to work all uncleanness with greediness, operating in a carnal spirit of the flesh. But ye have not so learned Mashiach. So we ain't learned Mashiach in that way. If so be that ye have heard him. Have you heard him? He said, my sheep hear my voice. If you've heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Mashiach. Remember he said, I'm the way. Show you how to follow the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High. That's going to lead to everlasting life. So remember, when you remember that, then when you see this, it'll make more sense. Because people can say, oh, the truth is in Mashiach, they'll go here, but not realizing that, what is the truth? He was an example to show us that you can keep the laws of the Most High. That you put off concerning what? The former conversation. Just to change, just to being converted. Becoming that new man. A new spirit within you. So you got the spirit of the Most High, you got your own spirit too. Don't get it twisted. Your own mind, that's from your mind, the way you think. Have you be right or wrong? Are you right or wrong? And this is what we have to consider. But you wouldn't think about it if the Bible is in your conversation. The word of the Most High in your conversation. The majority of the things, if you're just a Sabbath day Israelite, the rest of the days you in the world. That's what's being recorded. Like I remember, you look at one day a week, you dealing. That's 48 times a year, approximately 48 times a year. And you subtract 48 from 365 and see what you come up with. What about them other days? Is that enough to say I'm worthy to go to the kingdom? I don't think so. But you might think so. That's why I say that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man. So if you've been in this truth for some years, somebody that see you and know you, they should say, oh, wait a minute. You're not the same as you used to be. Something different about you. You put off the old man, all the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that you learned concerning this word, and researching and knowing more than the average person would know, will make you a new man. You should be a new man. But in righteousness, that's why I say that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. See? Corrupt according to the deceitful lust. These are the things how you got to change. It might not be expedient, but you got to work on it. You got to read this. You got precepts right now. You're getting them. You got to read this slow. Not fast, but slow. So that you can obtain it in your spirit and change and say, I gotta change. And be renewed in the spirit. We talk about spirit of what? Of your mind, the way you think. You see that? To become a new man or a new woman, there's a change that has to come about. But if you still want to be the same person you always been, you corrupt and you good for nothing in the eyes of the Most High. You could be part of that multitude that was born in vain. That he said, let the multitude perish then which was born in vain. Let my grape and my plant be kept. For with great labor have I made it perfect, the Most High said. 2 Ezra 9:22. You got to be part of that. Well, let's go there because I'll come back there, but I want you to see something. The Spirit is speaking expressly at this time. I want you to see something. So like you have to, some pages I don't have in certain Bibles, so I have to move around here. 2 Ezra 9, or they just messed up. Look at 2 Ezra 9 and let's get verse 18. That's why I say, I want you to, like I keep saying, if you really think about the Most High, listen at this. And now, Most High said, when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, the world wasn't even made, like in Genesis 1:1, before Genesis 1:1. Even for them to dwell in that now live, hey, the world that he made, that we living in right now, listen what he say. No man spake against me. You hear that? Nobody spake against the Most High. When he made the world, nobody spake against the Most High. Hear it again. And now, when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. Nobody spake against the Most High. For then everyone obeyed. You hear that? For then everyone obeyed. That's why I say you think about how the Most High feel. He had a world. He said, for then everyone obeyed. Everybody obeyed him. But now, even now, this day, the matters of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed and by a law which is unsearchable rid themselves, man. The things that, you understand this, a law is orders, commandments, and you have people that have the same rhetoric they repeat that they've heard without proving it in the Bible. I went to a lesson on we're not under the law, as one of the prominent preachers teach. Because I humbled myself to be able to learn all I could learn in the doctrine, main doctrine that's being taught to the churches, that we're not under the law. But see, what they don't understand, that we're not under the law of sacrifice. Sacrifice animals for the atonement of our sins. Or else, what's the point of a Mashiach HaMashiach giving his precious blood and giving up the spirit for the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel, if you're still going to be sacrificing animals? Nobody sacrificing no animals for the atonement of sins. They ask for forgiveness in the name of the anointed Savior. That's the misunderstanding. That's why I say. And that becomes a law. We're not under the law. We're in mercy and grace. We're Gentiles being grafted in. Got to speak in tongues and be filled with the Holy Ghost. That's programming the mind. I've heard it for almost 30 years. I mean, I've heard this over and over and over again, wherever I went in the world. That's what's being said. Because it's being taught. And it's from the religious instruction to the Negroes in the United States of America, 1620. You know what it was about? Mainly, they said what they wanted to program you to actually hear and repeat, and turn to your neighbor and say the same thing that I told you to turn to your neighbor and say. That's what it's all about. That's why we do the same things today. You read it, it's like, wow, man, we're doing the same thing. It still applies to now, this day. That's what most I would say, until this day. Until this day. So whatever it is that has been programmed, that's why I say I don't like to say brainwashed. Stop saying that. Because Mashiach HaMashiach said in St. John 15:3, now you are clean to the word which I speak unto thee. So we cling to the word and following the word of the Most High. St. John 17:17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth, right? So that's how we cleaned up. Not through our own little philosophies and how we believe and this way and that way and who would think it and wouldn't think it no more. No. We got to know this word. And once you know the word, then you apply it in your life. Every day, 24/7. You say, for then everyone obeyed. You hear this? Everybody obeyed the Most High. Then all of a sudden, we went astray. You can read it, you can start seeing that in Genesis the 3rd chapter. When the devil told Eve, hey, you're not going to surely die. The Most High said we eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and ill, we're going to surely die. You ain't going to die. She wasn't supposed to be talking to that man in the first place. She's Adam woman, but she's talking to him. Therefore, evil came into the earth. You see that? Perfect example. Then, since they invited evil into their world, Adam and Eve conceived. Eve conceived. Had Cain and Abel. Then Cain killed Abel. That's evil. Satan told the first lie. Told her, you won't surely die. Most I told her, you ain't going to live a day. What'd he say? When he made the world, for then everyone obeyed. Everybody was obeying the Most High. Then we drew evil to us. Now we are where we are. Verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril, which means danger, because of the devices that were come into it. Hear that? Danger came into the world because of the devices that came into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster. Hear that? He kept him a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people. That grape of a cluster could be all the nations. That grape is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And a plant is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel of a great people. Because every last Israelite not going to be saved or redeemed. He's going to save 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And a remnant of all nations. That's why it behooves all nations to try and learn this truth. What it is that we bring it forth as Hebrew Israelites. Especially the Most High's laws. And having faith in him. And fearing him. This is what he said. Let the multitude perish then. That's a multitude of people. So let them perish then, which was born in vain. Hear that? He said, let the multitude of people perish, which was born in vain. That's why you can't get caught up in people. Teach the message, bring the message apart. Here a little, there a little, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line. Keep it moving. To let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. We don't know who that is. Do you? Or you going to make that decision? You can't make that decision. Because he said, what David said, he teaching sinners how to be converted. Those that are corrupters of the Most High's word, how to be converted. That's who we choose. So when you come in, you got to remain in and endure in righteousness. He said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. That's serious, man. Wow. He said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Somebody have their speaker on. These are mute. *6. He said, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Born in vain. That's a lot of people. A multitude of people that's going to perish, that was born in vain. And let my grape be kept. 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, and my plant of a great people. For with great labor have I made it perfect. See that? So the Most High is laboring to make his plant and his grape perfect, as it is written. This is very, very serious. I'm hoping you see this because it's a lot of misunderstandings in thinking that you can just do whatever you want to do and you're going to heaven when you die. The Bible doesn't say that. In the spirit of man, it tells you, go to Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter. We're going to read the conclusion of the whole matter. Verse 13. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High. Say, fear the Most High. And keep his commandments. He's saying, do what I say, do. My rules and regulations. What is this? For this is the whole duty of man. It's the whole duty of man to fear the Most High and to keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment. He's going to bring everything that we've done into judgment in these mortal bodies with every secret thing. Because remember, the Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man, and even the secret things that you think you're getting away with. He say the secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See that? That's the choice we have. To do good or be evil. So, if you good, what's good? What's good? Let's find out. Go to the book of Romans. The book of Romans. We already read how it was good, right? With Mashiach Yahushua, right? What'd he say? The Most High is good. And what else is good? The law of the Most High is good. Let's switch it out. I was thinking about it all. Salakia. It's Romans 7 and 12. Romans 7 and 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good. See? So we know the Mashiach told us, why you call me good? The only one that's good is the Most High. And we know that the commandment is good. Laws of the Most High is good. That's why you can be judged by what's good and what's evil. It's very important, you know. I think it's more important than people realize, because it's like, okay, he's telling us this is what you should do. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. It's talking to the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. That's why you always say, choose ye life or what? Death. And that death is being thrown in the lake of fire. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if, which is a condition, thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High, thy power, will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth. So that's what he told us. If we keep his commandments, he's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if, which is condition, thou shalt hearken, meaning listen, unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power. Okay? So, verse 3 to 14 are blessings. But verse 15 told you this. And telling you this, that you hearing it now. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken and listen unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power, Israel, lights, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. That's if we didn't do what he say do. So all these curses going to come upon us and overtake us. And from verse 16 all the way to 68 are the curses that befell we, the 12 tribes of Israel. Can't no one else say this fits them to a T like it does us. Oh no. This is talking to us, proving that we are the children of Israel. Right here. Let's look at go back to Ephesians, the 4th chapter. Ephesians, the 4th chapter, and verse 23. He said, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. You got to be renewed in the spirit of your mind, the way you think. And that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. So we got to be put on a new man that's created in righteousness. We define righteousness in Deuteronomy 6:25. It's keeping of the Most High's laws. Created in righteousness and true holiness. Because the Most High told us, go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. But thou art an holy people. He said, we are holy people. Unto the Most High thy power. Unto the Most High our power. Your, thy means your, is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership. But thou art an holy people. That's why he said we got to be put on holiness, because we are holy people. Unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. How special? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Most High did not set his love upon thee, upon us, upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number. He chooses because we were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people. Hear that? In number, we were the fewest of all nations. But because the Most High loved you, he loved us. He chose us because he loved us. And because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Hath the Most High, which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt? Know therefore that the Most High thy power, he is the Most High, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments. You want to repeat something? Repeat that. Know therefore that the Most High thy power, he is the Most High, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. And repayeth them, that's payback, and repayeth them that hate him to their face. You know what he say? Ain't nobody get away with nothing. He say he gonna repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. So we know about the haters of the Most High. He named nations in Psalms 83rd chapter. And he say, and repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which the Most High command thee this day to do them. Okay? That's from the Most High. So when you understand how we said in Isaiah 14:1, for the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them. They shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them to that place where they're going to be put at, the land of the Most High, for servants and handmaids. And they're going to know that the Most High is the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Point blank. But it's going to be a righteous kingdom. See, everybody having a mind of the wickedness of this kingdoms that's on this earth, but the Most High going to destroy all these kingdoms as you know it today. Oh yeah. They're going to be done away with. It's going to be a righteous kingdom. It's going to be righteous earth. That's why you got to bring fire to destroy it. That purifying element of fire. To destroy a lot of places. It's got to be destroyed before you can put righteousness there. You're not coming there with the wickedness that's in this world today. Too much wickedness. I mean, they doing all kind of things that most I say we ain't supposed to be talking about. It so wicked. So I don't join into the wicked, because spend more time here. Going back to Ephesians 4. Verse 24. And that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. See? So we are holy people. And the righteousness is keeping of the laws of the Most High. Wherefore, verse 25, wherefore putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor. Tell the truth. For we are members one of another. Be ye angry and sin not. So you get angry, but don't sin. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. By the time the sun go down, you got all this madness in you, you better let it go, or you sin it. That's why it tells you next, neither give place to the devil. A lot of y'all roll over with the devil. Sun went down, you still got a grudge. What you got a grudge about? When it comes out, it's really not even that important in the eyes of the Most High. But, the way you think, or the way our people feel, you know, you tell you're not supposed to have no grudges. So I say, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. So if the sun go down upon your wrath, you sinning. You're a sinner. And what have you allowed to happen? Neither give place to the devil. You're giving place to the devil. Because you're dealing with, like I said, still, once he said, what did he say? Verse 23, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, the way you think. You don't allow the devil to get into your mind. He's going to come there once you bring that evil, once you let, like I say, that's what he's saying. Hey, get rid of that before the sun go down. Find something jolly, find something joyful, find something that you ain't sitting around, sinning when that sun go down. Else the devil, you got the devil in you. And once the devil in you, hey, he going to do what he do. He going to take care of business. Say, let him that stole, let this be in your mind, let him that stole, steal no more. Stop, you got to stop. But rather let him labor, working with his hands, the things which is good. Get a job, that he may have to give to him that needeth. You ain't have money to be able to help someone else. That's what he's saying. Let no corrupt communications proceed out of your mouth. Corrupt communication. All the time dealing with foul stuff. Mouth sound like you come out of the toilet somewhere. But that which is good to the use of edifying the people of this word. As you meditate day and night on it. But see, here we go with that Bible again. Well, what's going on in the world? What's happening? Oh, yeah, okay. Now everything is cool. I've seen it over and over again, and it's true, over and over again. Then when the wrath start coming, the earth starts shaking, or the storm come, the tornado come, hurricane come, or something happened. I remember the lights went off for a long time. I was looking outside, see everybody out there, they running, everybody talking this, saying whatever. And when I went out there, everybody ran over to me saying, "What you think is going on? What you think is going on?" They want to know. That's how it's going to be in the end times, though. For a lot of y'all. They won't, see, this is spiritual. So they recognize spirit. Spirit going to recognize spirit. The evil spirit recognize you being the righteous spirit. The righteous spirit recognize, even though they're not where you at, they still can recognize that there's something different about us. They know. And it's spiritual, because I've seen it over and over again. And it come that way. You're not just learning this and living this and applying this for nothing. It's a spiritual thing. That's why we got to change. It says, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. Give them some hope. Grace is getting something you don't deserve. They might not deserve it, but you still give it to them. Edifying them. You an Israelite. Yeah, I know. It feels good to hear that. Feel great to hear that. Whereas years and years and years ago, it was something foreign. But now it's pretty popular, All praise to the Most High. It said, and grieve not the Holy Spirit of the Most High. Don't make, like I say, how you think the Most High feel? In the beginning, everybody obeyed, and then we all went off. Everybody was going off. In the beginning, look how long the world been existing, and how long he's been long suffering. He's waiting for us to get it together in these last days. But it can't happen when we have pride and we caught up in our feelings, and we don't realize, the true essence of what he wants us to be and how he wants us to be, how we have offended him. We have offended him, every last one of us. We have offended him. You see what he said? In the beginning, everybody obeyed. And now here we are in these last days, just learn how to read. Some still can't read with comprehension. Don't want to take the time to study enough. But yet still, you think you ready for the kingdom. Better think again, people. We just got to be focused on the best we can to keep doing the laws, statute, commandments of the Most High, because this is serious. This is serious. Go to Amos 5:14. Amos, the 5th chapter, the 14th verse. Amos 5:14. Say, seek good and not evil, that you may live. We define what's good. The Most High is good, and his laws and commandments is good. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Most High, the power of hosts, power of angels, power of armies of angels, that what hosts mean, shall be with you, and ye, as ye have spoken. Hate the evil. Hear that? Hate the evil. So when you see evil, people have a problem with you because you know it's evil. You recognize the evil. Hate the evil, it said, and love the good. You hate the evil and you love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. That's among the elders. Where the elders was at the gates. It may be that the Most High, power of hosts, power of armies of angels, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. But for all you that desire the day of the Most High, jump to verse 18. Amos 5:18. Woe, mean destruction, unto you that desire the day of the Most High. I can't wait till this world is over. I can't wait till the judgment come. Woe, destruction unto you that desire the day of the Most High. It says, to what end is it for you? He said, for what end is it for you? The day of the Most High is darkness. The day of the Most High is darkness and not light. The day of the Most High is darkness and not light. That's why you got the light that was shining bright now as you hear this word. But the world is in darkness. And he's telling you, you think this is darkness. He said the day of the Most High is darkness and not light. Darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion. You running from a lion. And a bear met him. And here go a bear waiting for you. Or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Poisonous snake bit you. Shall not the day of the Most High be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?